carry for Derrick Henry. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down. This defense for the Broncos, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope he'll recover.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's Burrow. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. Picked off by the linebacker, Jarrett Davis. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. Well, you don't want to coach him, Charles, to stay in the pocket on every play, but I guess that's the danger of getting outside of the pocket, extending a play, and making a bad throw. Turns into 6 points the other way.
Yeah, sometimes when you get outside the pocket, your vision actually gets obscured a little bit, or you narrow it down too much, and you don't see all the defenders in the area.
The extra point by Bass, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. After the pick 6, they go right back to the air. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll just get rid of it. This defense for the Broncos, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
2nd and 10. Burrow looking to pass. Flush to his right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down. Off the play fake, here's Burrow. Steps away to his left. It's complete. This is Derrick Henry. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. A gain of 8 and a 1st down. Joe Burrow in year number 2, moving around pretty good considering the seriousness of his injury last year. If you're a defensive coordinator here, what do you try to do to slow Joe Burrow down?
I think you want him to be in rhythm. I think you want him to be on time. And normally you want to take that away from a quarterback, make him hold it a little bit longer. But when he has a chance to maneuver around the pocket, sometimes get out of it, big plays result. I want him throwing the ball on time and then tackling the receivers so there's no extra yardage.
He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. Now it's Burrow. Flushed out right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard. They'll run. It's Henry. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Burrow on play action. He's letting this one go for Fuller. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Looking to throw again on second down. Jones. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. 7 yards there and a first down.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Throwing Jones. And he will find his man Ruggs. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. 23 yards, the final tally.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. Evan Ingram was the intended target. That'll bring up second down. Now Jones. They'll set up the screen down to Kamara. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Well, this defense for the Jaguars, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up 4th. Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field. They're going to try and throw. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So not only do they convert on 4th, but they pick up 22 yards in the process. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Through at the 25, and he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 12 more yards there and another first down.
Boy, this is a well-orchestrated drive they've put together. You think back to how far they were backed up to start things out, but they've gone on a march since then, and now after that completion there, they've got a 1st and goal.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
2nd down and goal. Jones. And he comes back with one complete. That catch good for 8, but still, it's 3rd and goal now. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Three tight ends up front here, 3rd and goal. Williams is into the end zone for a Bronco touchdown. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get him over the goal line.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And it's now 14-0. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking.
Now Burrow loses the football. But it looked like a Jaguar was able to cover this thing, and so Jacksonville will keep control.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
So they keep the football, but now face 2nd and long. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Now, if you're going to get rid of it, you better get outside the pocket.
You have to get outside of that tackle-to-tackle box, right? Get out there, and then you can do it legally, but he wasn't able to do so, and they end up losing the down as well.
And taken right at the 35. A great return there of 22 yards. And it'll be a short field for the Broncos as they take over 1st and 10. Jones now on 1st down. And he's got the hook up to Ruggs. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A good pick up there of 20 yards. On 1st and 10, Jones going for it all. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked by Jeff Okudah. This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here. 2 in the first half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning it into the receivers themselves, aren't they? I mean, it is amazing what I'm seeing because the reactions of those guys back on the back 7, phenomenal.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And this will be a Jaguars first down as he gets this up past the 30 to the 32.
And Derrick Henry with the ball in his hands, what a sight to behold, because power and speed involved in every touch for him. Coming off another spectacular season with the Titans, he became the first since LaDainian Tomlinson in 2006 and 2007 to win 2 straight rushing titles, and he did it with...
And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. Picked up by Justin Reed. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Looking to throw. Jones. Throw right side here, taken in by Bateman. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. A 5-yard pass on the heels of a 5-yard run. Good enough for the first. Back to throw. Jones. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And this will be caught at the 30. And he is finally out of bounds all the way down at the 30.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Now it's Kamara in the passing game. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
Well, they use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Rashad Bateman with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Broncos will extend their lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that makes the score 21-0. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all of these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
And his throw is incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
On 3rd down, Burrow. And this one complete to Will Fuller. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. Here's Matt Hawk now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder coming up at halftime. We'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his second week of the regular season. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down. Running with Kamara. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Looking to throw. Jones. Completes it to Evan Ingram. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better.
Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. Back to throw. Jones. Now Jones is hit. He lost the football. And the Jags grab it. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. He was under duress, surveying, trying to find somebody to get the ball out of his hands. In the meantime, the defense, they took it out of his hands.
And when the ball snapped, I know exactly what the defense is thinking. Get a sack. Put him on the ground. But when you can also knock the ball free while doing so, oh, there's the bonus for you as a defender.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together. He dumps it off for Henry. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. They will throw on first down with Burrow. Being chased out left. He's got Fuller. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. That's caught right side by Mims. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. To the air again, Burrow. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. Good work by that Bronco defense, and it leads to a 4th down. The kick by Lambeau is good. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. So they wind up turning the turnover into points as they convert there for 3.
Yeah, that was a nice job there to force the fumble. They recover, hand things over to their offense, and then the offense went down and got them 3. That alone, that's not enough to win a game, but both units able to do their jobs on these last 2 drives.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they'll have time for 1 play. There's 2 seconds on the clock. A lane opens up that time as he'll be brought down just short of a first after a gain of about 9. So we come upon halftime with the visiting Broncos taking the lead to the locker room. As we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. They start the second half with Kamara. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Looking to throw. Jones completes this out left to Ruggs. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Henry Ruggs, 76 yards. And the Broncos are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And they open the lead up now to 25. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. That catch good for only a couple.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Again, it's Henry. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Running from the gun with Henry. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
From the 31, Burrow. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by the rookie Greg Newsome. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
52 yards on the ground for him so far. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. They'll swing this out to Tony. First target, first catch, and a first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people who have to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Off play action. Jones eluding the pressure right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
From the gun, it's a run for Kamara.
And he's going to have a Broncos first down as he gets this up past the 30.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Now a play fake here on first down.
Reception here by Ruggs.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down.
And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big third-quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion.
A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays.
Well, I certainly don't want to pile on, but this defense has just not been up to the challenge in this game, and this continues as we see here. Coverage, not been very good, soft in spots. And there's an easy throw and catch for another first down.
Jones throw complete there to Bateman.
Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Only needing 2 yards on second down.
They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
So first and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging into our second half blowout material.
Back to throw. Jones.
And Jones will hit the deck here, and he is able to pick up the first down.
The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first.
So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10.
Mike 57. Squish, double. 79 Bronco. Check Mike 57. Mike 57.
From the gun, Jones. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Dwayne Smoot just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17. Looking to throw. Jones.
Open man right side is Tony.
Touchdown!
Kadarius Toney
with his first career NFL touchdown.
And the Broncos are on their way to a 2-0 start. So I tell you what, Charles, I know that you don't put a ton of stock into power rankings and things of that nature, but another score here, and 2 weeks into the season, this is maybe the most impressive team in the NFL. Would you agree?
Well, they've certainly sold me as they've sold you, and I agree with you. No question about it. They won easily last week. They're on their way to another lopsided victory here. They're definitely a team to be reckoned with, and they are serving notice to the rest of the league.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for first and 10. Now it's Burrow. It's complete to Fuller. A gain of 6 there on first. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Flush to his right. Now Burrow loses the football. It's picked up by the Broncos. And now the rookie's free. And this is going to be brought back for a Denver touchdown. Second time he's lost a fumble. This one hurts more. It's returned for 6.
He's been under a lot of duress, hasn't he? Pressured, hurried, harassed the whole game.
Well, the offensive line not giving him a lot of help.
Not a lot of help, but the bottom line, he's got to take care of the football.
Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And the lead will swell by 1 more. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them, the coaches from all the way up here. They were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. We were down there. That message would have been received a whole different way because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free. Well, the coverage was tight that time. They allowed the pass underneath to him, but they rallied to him pretty fast, too. Converged on him and got him down. That'll bring up 4th down.
They'll run for it with Henry. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. But no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Now Burrow. And that will be incomplete. Looked like it might have been intercepted, but he's out of bounds. And a good thing, too, probably. That would have cost him yardage. But now they'll get the ball back on the turnover on downs. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Burrow will throw. Flushed out right. And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45.
I thought he did a pretty good job there to get back what he could, but let's face it, that sack on 2nd down, talk about throwing a wrench into the works. He certainly did.
Yeah, he did everything he could there trying to pick up some positive yardage, and he did, but not enough.
11.
Here we go. It's Burrow on 4th down. He'll buy some time right. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position. Jones on 1st and 10.
They'll get this out to Kamara.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
A 10th carry for Kamara.
71 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to, and it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Got an open man. It's Ruggs. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Denver has the first down. The play going for 15 yards. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And here he'll get it down to the 7. A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down.
Good call there on first down. And, Brandon, I'm getting better over the years and not screaming out, screen, screen, screen with my defensive training. They want to keep those pass rushers honest, and they did so there, and they wind up picking up positive yardage.
Throwing again on second down. Jones, and give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. Looking like they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. All smiles right now on that sideline, isn't it?
As well there should be. It's hard to win a game in the NFL. We hear it all the time. We know that it's difficult, but guess who's smiling?
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. Oh, no, and it's intercepted. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Taken in at the 3. Oh, good return up past the 30. And a heck of a return as he goes out of bounds across the 50 inside the 45.
Even after that big-time return, it's not looking great for them today. But if nothing else, even if the miracle doesn't happen, they can turn to this play and say, hey, we can move forward. Maybe it's a building block for the rest of the season.
10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. Second down. From the 39, Burrow. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. First down marker at the 31. It's third down. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. And right side, Henry's got it. And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up fourth down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a fourth down?
Fourth down. Here's Joe Burrow. Escaping the pressure right. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Broncos will take over on downs. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. Trying to run down some clock with Kamara. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Second down at 4. That one looks like he'll throw here. Rolling to his right. Now he's going to throw it back deep over the middle. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Solid gain of 18 yards and a Denver first down. Off the play fake, Jones. Open man right side is Ingram. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
So another score there, and often you talk about the three phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a fourth phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the fourth quarter.
And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us.
And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. On second down, here's Henry. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a third down and long. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Denver, it's a dream start. 2 wins in 2 early road games. And they will head home next week to take on the New York Jets. Meanwhile, for Jacksonville, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Arizona Cardinals. That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon God. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. With that, we sign off from Jacksonville.